And meanwhile, many state residents from Meghalaya who were stranded in different parts of Assam are returning back to the state. So far, over 100 people have been screened and allowed to enter the East Khasi Hills district, and a total of 5 screening centers have been set up at Umiam, Byrnihat, Ratacherra, Tikrikilla and Bajenjdoba. In charge of Umiam screening point, M.R. Marak, informed that those screened also include truckers carrying essential commodities.
So far, from 8 o'clock, around 140 people have registered here. So vehicles, like for example, in one vehicle, around this one. So roughly half of it, so 160, 70 vehicles have come. This is including private vehicles plus essential commodities, those trucks and everything.
Meanwhile, those who are returning to the state are also elated, especially those who are tending to medical emergencies. Listen in.
गुवाहाटी से आया, बर्नीहाट में वो के स्कैनिंग किया, चेकिंग वेकिंग किया, फिर आराम से आया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुआ। मेडिकल इमरजेंसी है मेरा, इसलिए मतलब थोड़ा इमरजेंसी में है तो जाने पड़ेगा निगरिम्स हॉस्पिटल। फिर जाएगा आफ्टर लॉकडाउन फिर गुवाहाटी जाने पड़ेगा। उधर में नौकरी है, जॉब है। अभी उधर में मेरा मम्मी को देखने वाला सिर्फ एक भैया है, सपोर्ट नहीं मिल रहा है। तो अभी मूवमेंट ये देने का बाद मतलब थोड़ा रिलैक्सेशन आया। अभी जो इमरजेंसी में जो है उन लोग का एटलीस्ट रिलैक्स होगा, जिसका अपना गाड़ी है।
Well, let me tell our viewers at this point that around 4,000 people are expected to return to Meghalaya from different parts of the northeast. The Meghalaya government has also activated bus services from different parts of Assam, and the transportation will continue till the 8th of May. And right now, our colleague Roshan Rai is currently in Umiam screening point to give us more updates on this big development. Well, yes, Roshan, clearly a big move by the Meghalaya government, finally allowing the stranded people from the state to come back home. So what are the latest details you're receiving at this point in time from Umiam? Roshan.
Yes, Ronak, this is something which was long felt wanted, and yes, this is definitely something which is being done at this juncture, and yes, private vehicles are being allowed to move into the state from Assam and other northeastern states, and yes, bus services has also been activated. If I can ask my camera person, Francis Marbinyang, to just pan towards my left and show you the long queue of vehicles out here. These are all being stopped. Of course, they have gone through Byrnihat, the first layer of checking. This is the second layer of screening that is being done. And if you could just look behind me also, there you can see a lot of people already queuing up to get themselves screened out here. And these are not necessarily people from Assam only. They are also people from other inter-district who are crossing over for other medical needs, and also those who are carrying essential commodities. I would also like to take you straight to a few of them who have returned from Assam and get their views on this relaxation. So if you could tell us, where are you returning from?
I'm coming from Guwahati. Actually, I'm from Shillong. So I had gone to Guwahati to pick up my wife, who had been stuck in Guwahati because of the lockdown for about 43 days. So she is returning back to Shillong after 43 days. The state government had issued us a transit pass, which, availed us so that I could go and pick her up from Guwahati.
So this is finally happening after a long time being stranded outside.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this move?
This move is very much welcomed. Like, we were waiting for this from a very long time. The people who were stuck outside were in difficult situation, so now they'll be back home. It's nice in a way, but also there's a lot of precautions that we need to take. Like, we have been instructed by the state government to go for home quarantine for the next 14 days. So me and my wife will be going for home quarantine for the next 14 days. And we all should follow it strictly.
Thank you for talking to us. We also have yet another gentleman out here. Sir, if you could tell us where you're returning from.
I'm returning from Guwahati. Actually, I'm from Shillong. So before the lockdown, actually, I went to visit my mom. She was not well. So it's been a long time returning back.
So finally getting to meet your mom after a very, very long time. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts?
Very much pleased and very much happy to return back. Yes, thank you very much.
So much at peace and happy to finally have met his mom. These are just one aspect of the stories. There are many more such stories. And finally, definitely this relaxation is something which the people are welcoming with open arms.
Right, absolutely. Well, Roshan, how many more people are expected to enter the state today? What are the authorities saying regarding this?
See, all in all, if we talk about the northeastern states and the first phase, it is expected that, say, around somewhere 3,000 to 4,000 people is expected to enter. And talk about East Khasi Hills district alone, which is the red zone, over 1,500 people are expected to return out here. And yes, this is going, and the first phase, northeastern states, the second phase, countrywide.
Right. Well, Roshan, obviously this is a very happy and welcome news for a lot of people who are returning back to their homes. But the big concern currently remains that are adequate safety measures being adopted at these screening centers?
Yes, Ronak, as far as we were made to know, we are made to understand by the state government and the authorities out here that adequate measures have been taken to see that first thing first, the transit of the people coming and entering the state is smooth. Second, there is no stigmatization. Third, proper protocol is maintained. All the SOPs are maintained, which will be monitored. What we were given to understand is those who are returning back and who will be home quarantined, the health team will be constantly monitoring them, giving them calls every day, and if the need be, also going to the houses and checking them. And the second part of it is the food aspect, which will be supplied by the district administration. Say, for instance, in far-flung rural villages, if the person does not have a room to quarantine, then the entire family will be quarantined, and the essential commodities would be supplied by the district administration. And in all of this, we have had few cases of stigmatization earlier on, where few health workers were stopped from entering the respective localities. So keeping that in mind, the district administration yesterday also held a long, exhaustive meeting with the Rangbashnong or the headman at the Ulsosotham auditorium, and they sought the help and cooperation to see that such thing doesn't happen, and all the efforts put in by the district administration